Hello world of YouTube, and welcome to a video response for Austin 3 Creation about remix albums. And I want to kind of discuss my mentality of remix albums before I really talk about the few that I do have, because I don't really have a lot of remix albums. I more have remix tracks because I feel that they're less to the concept of remix albums. But the concept I feel that should revolve around remix albums is that they continue the process, or they continue the almost story of an album. They continue the mentality behind the album, or that they continue the thought process behind an album. Like, take the Nine Inch Nails remix albums, for example, which a majority of them kind of continue the story that the album tells, or the mindset behind the album. Like, Further Down the Spiral feels like it's continuing that even more so. Like, it almost continues the album. It gives it more to tell. That's why I love the Year Zero remixed album so much, because it's a huge contrast, but it also kind of has the same mentality behind Year Zero on the remixes themselves. Or take Linkin Park's Reanimation, for example, which is another remix album that I really like. It continues the style of the band, but reinterprets it in a different way. Like, it introduces more of their other influences in there, and kind of gives the album a new perspective. And I think remix albums should do that. They shouldn't just be a bunch of remixes of different styles to kind of make this album that you can buy. I think those would be good for songs, standalone remix songs, like Black Bubblegum by Dillinger Escape Plan was remixed last year by Stephen Carpenter of Deftones, and that's a great standalone song. I think if you would have had a remix album of Ironworks that had around that style, it wouldn't work, because it kind of continues the mindset of that song, but it's also fairly different. Or take, for example, the two remixes of Foo Fighters songs off of Wasting Light, the Rope remix and the Prodigy remix. Those would work well on an album if you had other artists come in and do that. But standalone, those tracks are also really good at just reinterpreting the songs, not really continuing the vibe of the songs. The White Loom one kind of does, but like it more is kind of just a reinterpretation of the song and nothing more. And there's an album out there which, if you go on Wikipedia, it calls it a remix album. I think it's really pulling at strings to call it that. Iced Earth did an album, the metal band, the power thrash metal band Iced Earth, did an album called Days of Purgatory, where they took a bunch of their old songs with different vocalists and put them all with the same vocalist. Even some songs that vocalist had done, they remixed, like remastered really, and re-recorded. That was really all they did. And I don't know if that really is considered a remix album in the sense of what you're discussing, but maybe it does. And maybe it just sounds like I'm kind of rambling, but to clear my throat once more and bring all of my thoughts together, remix albums should, at least to me, continue an album's story, continue an album's mindset. But to kind of bring all of my thoughts together, remix albums should continue an album's story, continue the mindset of an album, and extend an album's almost longevity in a sense, because it's reinterpreting the songs in a way that brings it all together. And remix tracks don't necessarily have to do that, but if they do, then it's pretty cool. And my favorite remix album is Year Zero remixed by Nine Inch Nails. Yeah. If you have not seen Austin's original video, linked on the screen and in the under thingy, also his channel, check him out. He does cool stuff. He does lots of questions. He asks the tough questions that need answers. And sometimes I won't answer those questions. You guys have good days, lots of situations. And I will see you another day.